I'm here with Dr. Alistair. He's the country manager for Google. So I'm just going to ask him a few questions about how he got to the point that he is and how you can personally maybe take the blueprint from that. Welcome, Dr. Alistair.
Thank you.
Okay, can you please just introduce yourself? How did you end up at the point that you are? I know you didn't start working at Google. Can you please just tell us, like, what did you study, for example, and what is kind of like your career path, your journey? Yeah.
Great, thank you. Yeah, so I'm 47. I finished school at, I don't know, 16 or 17 or so.
Wow.
I went to university. I did a BCom and LLB. I grew up in a family where my dad was an entrepreneur. My mom was a nursing professor. So I worked in a family business, and that's where my love for business came from. And my mom, being an academic, also instilled in me the power of education. And yeah, so I got to varsity. I went to Rhodes in Grahamstown. I did a BCom LLB. And when I finished law school, I was torn between law and marketing. So then I went to Unilever.
Okay.
Started there as a marketing trainee, worked my way up to a brand manager and so on. I worked for Tiger Brands, so I was senior brand manager.
Wow.
I worked for SAB Miller, where I was a marketing manager, doing some cool stuff. I was a marketing director at Cadbury, Absa Bank. And then I also added more qualifications as I went on. I have an MBA. Then in 2008, I started doing some guest lecturing at business schools and so on, and I really enjoyed it, and I decided to do a PhD. So, and with that, I became a professor of practice, which is basically a part-time professor who comes from corporate. So I do that with Northwest University Business School, Joburg Business School. I get to speak at many business schools around the world, actually, and I've published many articles, and I've contributed chapters to books. And I'm launching my first book, a leadership book, Servings of Self-Mastery, which launches in November this year, 2023. So that's very exciting. And after about 14, 15 years of various marketing roles, I got into advertising, where I ran big advertising agencies like your FCB and Ogilvy South Africa, where I was CEO. And then about just under 4 years ago, I joined Google because I was attracted to what Google is doing and the impact it has in society. And it's a really cool company to work for, with amazing products and great people. And yeah, I've been leading the South African business for just over 3.5 years. It's a demanding job, but it's an exciting and fulfilling job because of the impact you have on lives every day.
Okay, interesting. So, like, I'm going to ask you this kind of straightforward question, like, okay, to someone that aspires to maybe get to the point that you are, what are the first subjects that you did, maybe in university, for example, so that maybe they can maybe follow suit?
No, I mean, with any business, what you're doing is you're creating products or services that somebody's prepared to pay money for. So if you're able to create, if you're able to sell, if you're able to understand your target audience, if you're able to work with people, if you're able to lead, if you're able to sell, if you're able to convince people that your proposition makes sense, if you're able to build relationships, if you're able to influence, if you're able to, make things happen and execute and strategize, all those are very important skills. So, and that's the stuff I write about in my leadership book. It's about mastering yourself. It's about having self-awareness. It's about being in touch with your life purpose. Why you're here, what legacy you want to leave behind. It's not about you. It's about other people. Right? We exist to serve other people and to be a force of good in the world. So if you've got all those things in place, and it's a journey, you keep adding to your skill sets. I think it's important to be a student of life. I observe everything around you and, participate without judgment, but also be a student for life. So never stop learning, never stop acquiring knowledge. Things are changing so fast. I mean, thinking about technology today, evolving so much that for us to be able to keep up, we need to keep reading, keep studying, keep adding more skills. The jobs that exist today won't exist in a couple of years' time. And there's jobs today that didn't exist 10, 15 years ago. But how do you stay ahead of the curve if you're not concentrated into your skill set? Yeah.
Interesting. Just to follow back, I just wanted to know, like, maybe I'm going to college next year. I want to study. I want maybe to perhaps have a high position that you have. I'm totally confused what to do. All I know is TikTok, for example. What subjects, okay, for example, like for me to be a country manager in the next 20 years, whatever year it is, what subjects do I have to particularly focus on?
So when I was at university and I was thinking about what kind of career do I want to shape and build, I did lots of research. One of the areas I went to was the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, and I looked at the top 100 companies there and who are the CEOs, who are the chairpersons, and all that.
You already had him.
Yeah. What did they study? What skills do they bring to the party? So what qualifications do they have? What job experience do they have? Today we have LinkedIn for that. You can go into LinkedIn and research people. And start to piece together some of the trends you see, who are the CEOs out there, or MDs, or country directors. Are they accountants? Are they marketers? Are they engineers? So you need to map that out for yourself. But also you need to be true to yourself, what you love doing, what you're good at. And think about what roles are in demand, what skills are in demand today. As the world evolves and you become more dependent on technology, what skills do we need to apply? So you need to be thinking about science, technology, maths, engineering, language proficiency, art and creativity is important. So it really is to pivot around what drives, what gives you energy, what do you love, what are you passionate about? Because my life story cannot be the same as your life. We're all unique. And there's no ladder anymore. You talk about climbing a corporate ladder, not a ladder anymore. You do different experiences. You get into different roles to apply different skills. And eventually you will get to that sweet spot where you say, this is what I really love doing. And there's no ultimate point, or, it's just about right here, right now. Where do I get my fulfillment from, and what do I want to do next? And then you just create a path to get to your next. And you put in the time in the saddle, Good rivers are wide and deep. So as you pursue, variety of experiences, you also need to have depth. So time in the saddle matters, making sure that you're grounded, you learn, you deliver results, and, you become convincing. So you move on to the next thing, which is just chopping and changing. So yeah, I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, thank you. So my last question would be to anyone watching, and you say you've written a book about self-mastery. What would be the keynotes out of your book? Maybe not a spoiler as such, but the key point that maybe would make anyone want to dive deeper into that book. And
I think for me, it's the old African proverb of it takes a village to raise a child. Every one of us has a village. We all have a tribe. Understand your village. Make sure that the village is made up of people that mean well, people that can help you, people that can guide you in the right direction. And if there are people there that take you away from your life purpose and your mission, they should not be in your village. So managing the inhabitants of your village is important. Having your own board of directors or a kitchen cabinet is important. Your choice of friends, your influence, your teachers. And you don't have to go around asking people to mentor you. You can learn from people.